In this video, I will illustrate capturing time entry from Jira into Project Insight. What you're looking at here is a project I have in Project Insight with an epic that's from Jira mapped into Project Insight. You'll see here there's a task planning assigned to Steve West. There's a link there, MMI6. That is another way you can tell that a task is mapped to Jira if you just include the links column in your view. That's the Jira key. And if I click on the task now, I'll see that it's assigned to Steve West. There's no time logged, no time entries down here either, and there's a link there. If I click the link now into Jira, you'll see the default Jira screen. I can now log an hour of time in here and then add a description of the time entry. Hit save, and it's created a log time entry in Jira. And now if I click on the link back to Project Insight, there's 1 hour logged and a time entry down there with the description added from Jira. And it even notes, there's even a note in there that it was added from Jira. We append that in there so you can tell if you need to see the details. So let me go back to that task now again and enter a couple more hours. So say the user put in a few more hours, a new log time entry, new log time entry, hit save. And then I navigate back to Project Insight on that task. There's 3 hours here now and a second time entry. So each individual time entry is captured, and in Project Insight we actually apply any rates so that you can bill it and all of that. And if I go back to my task list, you'll see there, if I include the actual hours column, which I will do, I can see the actual hours logged in Project Insight too, and rolling all the way up to my project. And it can even show you on the time entry grid, there's those hours on this planning task, 3 hours entered in the grid. And now it happens to be Saturday today. That's why it's in the Saturday column. But this is the time entry grid for the individual. So it basically allows you to do total time entry from your issues in Jira right into Project Insight, and everything's integrated smoothly. In fact, if I go now to the work log and a user deletes one of those hours, they can now that log, now I'm down to 2 hours here. If I click back to Project Insight, you'll see it's 2 hours logged and only 2 hours here as well. So it's totally synchronized with Jira and Project Insight, and we have many clients using this feature to capture time entries from Jira.